sweaty people, you know, people that really want to try hard and get that big dick energy in a PvE game that will never get them a single drop of vaginal juice from a juicy ass pussy. That's what the fuck we're talking about. That's who we're talking about. Okay? Fun fact, I can say the same about you being sweaty. Oh, wow, you did all this shit. Look at how much pussy and panties are coming down. Oh, no. Oh, man, look at us drowning in pussy juices. Jesus Christ. Can these hoes stop being wet for a second after seeing your incredible combos? Oh, wow. Hey, man, when I go to the club, I really need you to be there with your controller with you, man. I need you to get all this pussy for me, man. I want to go out with you and go, oh, man, I wish these hoes would back up off me, right? That's how bad your combos are. Like, I can say the same shit. We can all say the same shit. I heard, you heard, we all heard. I had to leave for like, what, 5 minutes? And all of a sudden, we have nuclear massive drama breaking out of nowhere. I unfollowed EO after this. What the hell could he have said that he has people unfollowing and people unsubscribing and hating on him? What did he do? Is it... I feel like maybe just people are, because like the sentiment in the streets, a lot of people are like, oh, just EO bad take, EO equals bad take. You know, Tectone jokes about that, and some people take it at face value, which is stupid. Like, people should think for themselves. But apparently this time it's for real. Now, this one is actually really bad. Yeah, okay, we'll see. We'll see, man. I'm gonna give my honest thoughts. I'm not gonna... I know these people. I know Mr. Pokey, cool dude. I know EO, cool dude. I don't know what the fuck is happening, but we're about to get into it. Okay, very important. Disclaimer, something to always keep in mind as we proceed. This is a debate about a video game. Okay, keep that in mind as we proceed, please.
Us, Wuthering Waves community, the Neo Genshin community, does not have a me. What I mean by...
Wait, what? I've seen this clip walking around of like the Wuthering Waves community is the Neo Genshin community. And it's something I agree with. I mean, we've seen this a lot. A lot of people are from Genshin because it was their gateway to gacha.
Me. What I mean by that,
that's
you don't
crazy.
Have someone who's actually passionate about making content.
Wait, that's crazy. That's...
Okay, yeah, no. Okay, whoever edited this shit for Pokey, he came in swinging. What the fuck was that? I did not know that was part of the video. This is my first time seeing this. So this is what you guys meant earlier. So you weren't joking. Okay, so he said, and I quote, this community, the Wuthering Waves community, doesn't have someone as passionate as myself. EO does theory crafting, guide videos. There's Brax. We got Rexland. We got Steorg. I mean, he gives you the information quick enough. I mean, there's still a little bit of passion there. Myself, I don't know, maybe I'm not. Skull, CJ, Saint Tontas, I Win to Lose Gaming. There's so many creators that are pretty damn good. Okay, where's the original video? He paywalled it. I heard of that, but can't I like members only? Can't he give me a pass or something?
He put it behind $50 membership.
50 bucks? 50?
You have to pay $50 to see that video.
What? $50? Hey, EO, I don't give a shit what you say. I'm not paying 50 bucks to listen about a rant about a video game. I don't give a fuck what you're happening over there, bro. What the? Look, if I'm gonna pay 50 bucks to watch a video, I need to come out of there at least with my dick sucked. Am I getting my dick sucked if I watch that video, chat? If I'm not getting my dick sucked, I'm not paying $50. Fuck that. What the fuck? I already spent 50 bucks to pull on Chang Li. Bro, legit. Like, bro, no. What the fuck? 50? Come on, 5. Bro, I lied you, I'm not. If he did 5, he would make a lot more money than if he said 50. Just out of curiosity, a lot of people be like, yeah, it's $5. Fuck it. Instead of going out today for coffee, I'll just put it here. Like, bro, why 50 though? 50 is like you saying, fuck you guys. Genuinely. Y'all got a little unhinged with those comments in the last vid. That jam is now paywalled. I'm all for y'all being the woo-woo defenders, but there's only so many filter notifications, reasons, suspected racism comments I want to see. What the fuck? So people are being racist in the comments? I saw no racist comment. Well, it's because they're getting deleted. It's because they're filtered. They're filtered. Your entire statement was typed out and broken down. Seriously, admit you misspoke. Clip it and send it to me. I can listen in them between. Okay, this is quite messy, isn't it? I feel like the only thing that's making it messy right now is EO's attitude. Somehow I grew more subs from that video, but y'all ratioed the fuck out of me. I'm gonna hold that, but I'm still standing 10 toes on what I said. I happily invite anyone who believes I'm completely in the wrong to 1v1 me on stream about it all when I'm back from Evo. Till then, get your jokes off, but keep it classy. Ain't no reason you children should be acting fatherless out here. Oh! Fuck. Okay. If anything, that was kind of racist too. Why would you assume we don't have fathers? What are you trying to say?
And then you're saying Rexlet doesn't count because he's not a primary creator for Wuthering Waves.
Why not? Nor are you. Nor is your ass. Am I crazy? Nor is your ass. Like, bro, you cover Star Rail, you cover ZZZ, and now you're saying, oh, Wooa. The fuck are you on about? Yeah, but he thinks he is. Oh, so it applies on others, but not me. Is that another case of that? Oh, Rexland doesn't count because he covers all these games. I count because I'm him. Even though I cover all these games, it doesn't apply to me. It applies to others. Is that it? Is it just me or me, Mr. Poke and Textron all looking at EO right now feels like we're jumping? It feels like we're ganging up on bro.
Zinless is getting talked about right now for all the wrong reasons. Game's bad.
Okay.
It's too mashy. It's not good.
Again, Zenizone Zero is not a bad game. It's a good game. It's a good video game where you just sit, but like just do shit and click off. That's literally what ZZZ is. Going beyond that doesn't make any sense because I don't even feel like the game was intended to be anything beyond that. That's my opinion. He treated ZZZ like a fighting game so that he could make it into a tournament. How the fuck can you make some shit in a tournament where it don't have PvP? It's like you gotta outclass someone else, but the gear system and stuff is just not the same. I don't know. How the fuck can you do that? That reminds me of that HSR PvP shit. Where the fuck did that go? The HSR PvP stuff. Weren't they gonna do HSR PvP? There was like a whole site and everything.
People that are in the Zenless are not hate watching, so you can remove them from the equation. Now you look at who else is there. You have Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, and Honkai Star Rail. I'm gonna tell you what, Honkai Star Rail players are not hate watching Zenless.
How do you know?
How do you know?
Yeah, how do you know? How do you know? Literally. We said it at the same time. How the fuck you know? If anything, I would say that HSR just might be the most hate watchers of ZZZ because they feel like that's a new game that might take away their shiny diamond out of the spotlight. Found EO's video. It's unlisted, not membership.
A big problem.
You got it? Okay. 3,000 dislikes? What? Yo, Senna is OG. Senna is deep in the streets. You know what would be crazy? If Senna were to re-upload this. Suppose it and call it EO Drama Video Free Edition. And in the thumbnail, you can have like plus $50.
A big problem that I have right now with the gacha gaming community as a whole is how they treat creators. It's really weird. Main point being is that I know the real issue that Wuthering Waves has as toxic.
I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I'm treated pretty okay. Maybe it's because of my size, because maybe I'm still a small creator, but I don't know. I've seen nothing but love, support. I get uplifted all the time. This is one of the best communities I've ever been in. Yes, it has some flaws, and if anything, I feel like it is our duty to make it a better space. But I don't know.
Toxic of a community as it is. There are issues right now within the Zenless space where you have a large abundance of viewers migrating to Zenless.
That's the whole gacha sphere, by the way. That's the whole gacha sphere. Like I think I was talking to Hex about this. So basically what's happening is we're not getting new blood into the gacha sphere anymore. Like the blood we got from Genshin, it's like millions of people, by the way. I mean, it's not nothing, but like the new blood that got with Genshin once it broke mainstream, like all those people are still in the big ass sphere that is the gacha community. And those people just are in like, okay, imagine like the gacha community is like a whole planet. and the continents are the games, and the community gets to decide which continent they want to be in, and each continent becomes a community. It's kind of like the best analogy I can give for this shit. It's kind of like the situation we're in right now. But will new people come into the planet that is the gacha sphere? Well, that's kind of the fucking companies don't even care anymore about breaking the boundaries. They're just want to take what's already here and they're fighting over it. And you know what? I'm all cool for it because ultimately, whenever companies fight for you, you're already the winner. You're already the winner. Just make sure you play your cards right. You're already the winner.
And they're not watching from a supportive standpoint. Zenless is getting talked about right now for all the wrong reasons. Game's bad. It's too mashy. It's not good.
It's a good video game. You can click, have fun, buy. That's literally how I play it. I don't give a flying fuck. I still don't know what the combos are. I still don't know what the builds are. I have no idea. And nor did I need to bother with those because I'm already clearing content. I'm already enjoying myself. I'm good. I'm good. Chat, do you guys know combos and shit? Shit, even in Wuthering Waves. I still don't. But I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a shit ton of fun. Okay, I see the enemy is about to do some shit. I dodge. Sometimes, most of the time, especially in hologram in Wuthering Waves, you're caught lacking, so which means you need to do multiple tries. It like pinches me. I'm like, I gotta get on my toes now. Oh shit, this guy can one-shot my ass, right? And that's fun. But I don't need tutorials or anything for that. It's so simple. It's like it's a good video game. They're simple. Like I don't think there's nothing too advanced about them.
Can't get what I want. I don't want to spend money on the game. No one should spend money on this game. They're hate watching. It's the same reason that all these shows on Netflix kind of like blow up is because they're hate watching whatever. So in this particular case, when it comes to Zenless, a lot of the community is hate watching. Now you get into a little bit deeper.
Okay, yes, there are some people that are hate watching, especially we've seen this very, very present in when Zenless Zone Zero first released. Any video you see about Zenless Zone Zero had at least a 20% dislike ratio for no reason. For no reason. Like we don't even know why. You say it's mid, 20%. You say it's good, 20%. You say it's bad, 20%. Like people don't care. You're gonna have that ratio. It's weird, but I feel like it's kind of settled out a little bit. It's settled down a little bit. I don't know about y'all.
Of what's going on. Who is hate watching? The obvious answer is not Zenless players, right? People that are into Zenless are not hate watching.
Obviously,
so you can remove them from the equation. Now you look at who else is there. You have Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, and Honkai Star Rail. I'm tell you what, Honkai Star Rail players are not hate watching Zenless. They're
okay. It's like I said earlier with Textone. We said it at the same time. How the fuck you know?
either playing another game or they're playing Star Rail. That's it. They don't do that, right? They're not hate watching anything else. So now we can bump them out of the equation.
That's so wrong. That is so wrong. If anything, the Hoyo shills in the HSR community will want their game, like as in HSR, to always be in the spotlight. So which means they're gonna go raid and destroy anything that isn't HSR. You know how we know that? Because HSR players were hate watching Wuwa shit. If I remember, wasn't that a thing? When Wuwa was about to come out, we had HSR players mad at Wuwa. They're like, oh, it's gonna fail. HSR is always gonna be the best. Wuwa ain't gonna do shit. Well, those motherfuckers are capable of hate. But this time it's from a game that's also in the same IP. So they can be scared. They'll be like, oh shit, no, HSR is the best game. Nothing can ever change that. Yeah, they'll hate watch. I think that's okay. That's 1 minute in. We're in a great start.
You now have Genshin and Wuthering Waves. And this is where it gets tricky. I call these particular players Neo Genshin whatever, right? The Neo Genshin community.
This is the clip I've seen, I think.
Genshin Impact, from what we know, if you've been around the Genshin Impact community for a long time, or even experienced it for a little bit, you know that the Genshin Impact community has a renowned, they're infamous for being toxic.
Yes.
They're infamous for being super toxic, right?
Yep.
Which is fine, to their own bubble. Keep the toxicity within your own bubble, leave it there. They bleed out into everyone else's bubble. Genshin, that toxic side, not all of Genshin Impact community, but that particular toxic side is super, super anti anything Genshin. Well, recently, Wuthering Waves came out. Wuthering Waves also had to deal with the Genshin Impact toxicity, right?
Yep.
The community's toxicity.
And the HSR toxicity.
Oh, why would you play Wuthering when Genshin is the better game? Genshin has all these things that Wuthering is copying from. You know Wuthering is actually a copycat of Genshin, right? You know Genshin's getting endgame too. Did you know that Genshin Impact is actually super free-to-play friendly? You can get whatever character you want. All you have to do is play the game for 364 days. That's not hard at all. I've played this game.
What's a Neo Genshin? Anything Neo means new.
For at least 727 days. So you could do 300, no problem whatsoever. Oh, you wanted, it's too much, okay? So there's all these reasons why they were Genshin versus Wuthering. Wuthering comes out, Wuthering does super good. Wuthering has a very positive reception to the community.
Yeah.
Whether that be from Wuthering players, Star Rail players, people waiting on Zenless that are trying Wuthering, or Genshin Impact players. Whatever it was, Wuthering had a great launch. I think people misunderstand how quickly Kuro was able to recover on Wuthering Waves. Wuthering Waves would have hit the fucking tank. They would have sunk if they didn't do what they did. They needed to give us free pools, the free character selector, the weapon banner. There was a lot of things Wuthering had to do to stay afloat and then get to, hey, now we can swim on our own. We're chilling. We're good.
And thank God for that. I don't know what anybody's going to say. I don't give a shit what anybody's going to say. You know what? Fuck all y'all that are going to come to me and say, oh, well, actually, they shouldn't have happened in the first. No. From here on out, I want games to come out with bugs. And I want, especially gacha games. Okay, let me be more specific here. From here on out, I want gacha games to come out with bugs and problems. I don't want peace. I want problems. For when those problems are available in the game. Ooh, I'm gonna act so mad. Even though I'm still eating good with all these games, I'm gonna act so mad, bruh. And I'm gonna give me all them pulls, man. Look at my Wuthering Waves account right now. I'm drowning in 5 stars, bruh.
Which is wonderful because now we get, now we can pay attention to the things that matter. Now you don't hear people talking about, bro, Wuthering Wave has no story. The story's ass. No, what do you hear now? This story is fire.
Get off that nigga dick, bro.
Did y'all see that thing with NC and the Dragon? Yo, that was clean. Did you see the new thing with Chain Li? Yo, that was fire. That's what they're talking about. Now we have all the positives about Wuthering Waves. Oh, the combat's great, bro. The combat is perfect. I'm gonna talk about that in a bit too, because that pisses me off. Combat's great. Cool. Now we can get into the problems.
Wait, the combat is great. What's pissing us off about it?
And I'll go over like, because I just started the game again, so I'm gonna try it out and see where it goes. But 1.1 was supposed to fix a lot of issues. The original reason that I stopped playing Genshin, or not Genshin, wow. The original reason I stopped playing Wuthering Waves isn't because I don't like Wuthering Waves. It's because I felt like it was not respectful of my time.
He quit? Already? But I thought you were supposed to be the only motherfucker getting praised. Wait till you hear his reason. Okay.
Game doesn't respect my time, I don't want to play it. I don't want to spend money on it.
Okay, how is Wuwa not respecting your time? I'm confused. If anything, I enjoy myself when I play Wuwa and ZZZ now a lot because I get to just go in, do flashy shit, and leave. They both do the same thing. Am I nuts?
Play it, I don't want to do anything with it. Why? Simply because it's too time. Like, I don't have all the time in the world, especially as a content creator.
Oh, absolutely. I agree.
Make content, plan content, record content, edit content, send it off to get edited, anything of the sort. I have to do all of that.
Yeah, and most of the times we need editors. Shouts out to my editors. You know who you are. I love you guys. I really do. I wouldn't be able to do what the fuck I'm doing if it wasn't for you guys. Because I've been talking to some creators and stuff, and a lot of the times you hear if a game isn't like gonna merge with making content too, that game becomes less attractive. So like, you're a content creator first, then a gamer, and it sucks. It really sucks. This is why like I took a little bit of step back and I was like, I do want to do things that are different, but that I do like. And fortunately for me, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game that's also a gacha game. And I feel like we can also cover sometimes and have fun because it will allow me to interact with you guys more. Because we can play. We can play for free online. Notice that I said Yu-Gi-Oh! I like Yu-Gi-Oh! I love Yu-Gi-Oh! But because I'm a content creator first, I was like, oh, well, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is also a gacha game, well, I can like Yu-Gi-Oh! More because I can make content about it. But say, for example, Overwatch. I want to play Overwatch for the fuck of it. I can't really play Overwatch because I'm technically wasting my time because it doesn't go hand in hand with me making content. You know what I'm trying to say? We can play on Master Duel 2? Sure. But I wanted to play simpler Yu-Gi-Oh! Just so that people can actually, you know, understand and play it. And plus, a slow Yu-Gi-Oh!
It requires me to be on the game for X period of time, X period being hours. In order to get what I need from it, it becomes a problem. Now, you'll ask yourself, well, you don't have to grind for echoes. You don't have to grind for the perfect stats.
That's true. I don't, and I'm fine. I'm already clearing content. Just do tacit fields. Yeah, exactly. It's like Resin in Genshin or Star Rail. Yes, there's autoplay for Star Rail, but I mean, in Wuwa, I still have a lot of my characters that don't have fully leveled echoes, and I'm okay. It's like, it's whatever. I know with time, I will get all of those. It's an investment. Like each day you're growing stronger. That's the whole point of gacha games. Am I crazy for that, Jake? like working out got stronger with time. My man Litrin, preach. Yeah, exactly. It's so weird.
You don't have to grind for echoes. You don't have to grind for the perfect stats. You don't. But as a content creator, it's almost mandatory, especially given the fact that Kuro, despite everyone that is a content creator being in Kuro's ear, and I mean everyone, no one's under NDA, so I can openly say this. Me, Tectone, Legions, Fob, Zox, anybody, everyone who had any form of connection to Kuro told them you need to do this thing that Hoyoverse does,
Private servers.
which is give creators some type of early access
Yep.
or media server, or you need to do something to give it to them so that they can make good content without feeling like they're rushed on the main game, like on the actual live server. What is Kuro?
That is true. And once I realized about Chang Li specifically, because I wanted to make a guide about Chang Li as well, as it is a character I'm very passionate about. But the problem with that was it kind of already came out, like as in like the story, and it turned out it was buffed. So even if I got the information there, I would have been wrong. And plus, like for me to get early access and early information, I have to look at leaks.
And I can openly say this. Me, Tectone, Legions, Fob, Zox, anybody, everyone who had any form of connection to Kuro told them you need to do this thing that Hoyoverse does, which is give creators some type of early access or media server or something.
That's okay. That's a lie. I did not say that.
Yeah, the techie doesn't give a fuck because he's not a god maker.
I said the exact opposite.
The fuck did he say?
I said the exact opposite. Hell no. Hell
Why not?
no.
Why not?
So I can openly
I don't know. Why not? Just give it to them. Shit. Make their life easier and stuff. I mean, I'm not making hardcore guys like they are. I just want to do something that's understandable and simple. Favoritism, I think, and small creators hard to grow. I guess creator servers just fucks up the competition of guide makers. That's true. Yeah, you know what? I'll take it back. True.
content creators having these issues and not respecting my time, that's where I say it becomes a problem for like me in particular. So that's what I say. I understand that people who are already playing the game didn't really care. Like, oh, I spend the game, I play the game all day. It's fine, whatever. Me, I'm not playing the game all day. I have to play the game and then get shafted on RNG. And it's different for...
But you don't really need the best items though. Am I nuts? I know like you need them for calculations and all that, but it's like, look, if you maximize crit damage, you're gonna do more damage. Like what the fuck? For diminishing returns. Yeah, I feel like that's the only thing that matters in terms of stats and guide making. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm missing something else, tell me. Perfect stats is just for showcase, not guide. No, I feel like for guys, the only thing where this argument comes into play is for where is the diminishing return starts? What's where do I stop? I feel like that's the only thing that should matter. I think they cater to sweaty audience, which I understand. For me personally, I don't give a flying fuck, bro. Like, okay, what the fuck do I need? Fusion damage, crit damage, and shit. Okay, fuck. Substats, I want to take these. Okay, well, obviously, this is a DPS that needs attack and crit, obviously. That's it. That's it. How do I play it? What's the best comps? Okay, cool. Bye.
They're two sides of the same coin, right? They're both evil in a way. For instance, Star Rail, I could spend all that resources or all the stamina grinding for relics and just not get what I'm looking for. In Wuthering, I can grind for echoes all day and eventually get the main stat that I'm looking for, but then when I roll it, it won't be there, right? Let's say that
That's Gacha 101.
You 7 hours. For whatever reason, it takes you 7 hours to find a crit rate, main stat crit rate on whatever boss you're looking for. You roll it, and the bitch goes all flat stats. You just wasted 7 hours. You cannot get those 7 hours back.
So his problem is because it's grindy and it enabled you to spend that much time grinding, you are hurt more of the gacha aspect of gacha games.
The concept of time doesn't exist to certain people in the community, certain groups of community, right? Y'all are saying just roll better, you're trolls, but it doesn't exist to certain folks within the community. You guys are saying roll better. It's not about rolling better. It's about time, the respecting of time. Getting lucky and not being lucky has nothing to do with like an answer, right? The answer cannot be just roll better or get lucky. The problem is time. You need to invest time, no matter how long it takes, into getting whatever it is that you're looking for. Now you get into the resource requirement for being able to do this stuff. How many resources do I need per character? How many resources do I need per weapon? How limited am I on leveling up these characters? We've all seen it. We've all seen the complaints going from, what is it, level 40 or tacit level 35 to 40 or 40 to 50, and the rewards don't increase. Hey man, instead of getting 2 of the rewards, you get 3 of the rewards. That's a big jump, right? 2 to 3, that's a huge jump right there, bro. I think that's a great jump. Psych, not really.
No,
it's horrible. It's not good for the time invested.
Just get
The
lucky.
time spent
That's
is not
gacha
rewarded
101.
for-
Just
or
get
the
lucky.
Time spent is not equal to whatever it is that you're getting back. So it's not good. All right.
No, I disagree. As in, it's basically a daily game and not like you want to get this shit immediately. I feel like this is a problem that society has. It goes beyond gacha, where people want shit now and aren't willing to go with the process, trust, etc. Because it's a video game and it's something that's stupid. It's supposed to be enjoyable. You want things now because you want things for your enjoyment, which is understandable. But ultimately, these games are designed against that, where they want you to each day log in and each time feels like a reward and an advancement, which makes these games kind of dangerous in a sense for you to keep doing what you're doing, if that makes any sense.
The problem, like I said, is time. But
Yeah.
that's a me thing. Diminishing returns. Thank you. There's too many diminishing returns on the time invested. Now we get into
Yeah, it's slow. I feel like it's not diminishing returns in the time spent, but mostly it's slow. Absolutely. Oh yeah, the Wuthering Waves is slow as fuck. To finish a character, echoes, talents, etc. I think that's at least 2 to 3 weeks. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chad. If not more. In my opinion, it's too slow compared to every other gacha I've played. Oh, it is. It is, Chroma. It is. I feel like it's like a month or so just to level and finish one character. But then you gotta think about it. What are the intervals in which these characters come out in? Well, it's like a month. So, fair enough. Fair enough. We don't need to rush. Exactly. That's the whole point of these fucking games. Right now, it's tough because we got flooded with units. But the moment we all finish, I feel like day one players are gonna be so disappointed later when all of us are gonna be done with the leveling of all the units we have. You're gonna feel so much emptiness in Wuthering Waves. It's gonna be crazy. Especially if one of the current units at the time of you feeling like this isn't a unit that's tickling your fancy, which you will find yourself just wanting to pick a unit just to find something to do and feel like some form of progression is being done in your account. Because if you keep RNGing echoes, as in like that's the only way to advance in the game, which we're starting to see right now in Genshin, well, in SSR and more specifically Genshin, that creates the burnout and that creates the death of that game for you, because there's the lack of progression, the lack of powering up. That's gone. You no longer have it. The longer Wuthering Waves takes for you to fully reach the maximum level of power you can, the better it is. This feeling of you chasing this power and this completion in your account is what these games are all about. That's what this is what these games are about, man.
It's why Z's progression feels that much better. It's slower and feels more rewarding through it.
Exactly. I really like ZZZ's progression. ZZZ's progression is slow. Why isn't he saying that? But ZZZ's progression is okay, as it is pretty fast. I feel like you can do 4 runs and that's it. But it's kind of the same for Wuwa. But the difference is in ZZZ, after you're done with the stamina stuff, you only need like to drink a coffee and that's it. You're done for the day. You can do the scratch card. I always forget to do that. I just drink the coffee because it gives me more stamina, so that way I can advance more. You get your daily shit and you log out. Wuwa takes that a little step further because you need to do the daily quest to get shit. If Wuwa can just make getting the currency easier, we won't have this problem. I feel like it's already not even a problem in my opinion, but it is what it is.
explaining why I stopped making or stopped playing Wuthering Waves, why I stopped making content. Very similar to what happened with me making Zenless Zone Zero content. Some people think that I just magically appeared out of nowhere, right? There are some people who already knew who I was. Then there's a whole different section of like people from Wuthering Waves or Genshin or whatever that have no idea who the fucking EO is. And they just assume, hey man, this motherfucker used to make fighting game content and he hasn't made fighting game content in 9 years. He's a loser. How did he blow up in Zenless? What does he know about the gacha game community? Who is he? They don't know who that. That's that section, okay? What's funny is I made Wuthering Waves content before I even touched Zenless. Not like obviously before the beta, but I mean like when the game officially came out, I was making Wuthering Waves content on my main channel, and I liked it. I was having fun. I was discovering new stuff, and I thought a lot of this stuff was like tech, right? The negative edging, the card canceling, things that the community uses today, I helped discover in Wuthering Waves. And I liked it. I was having fun. I was discovering new stuff, and I thought a lot of this stuff was like tech, right? The negative edging, the card canceling, things that the community.
The negative edging. Okay, what the fuck is that? Because that's literally the emote you guys want me to add. The act of releasing a button instead of pressing it to perform a special move. You can throw a fireball by first pressing and holding a punch button by itself, then doing your quarter circle input and finally releasing the button. Yeah, okay. Try Urban Dictionary. The act of someone holding their orgasm when releasing it, which holds a more pleasant orgasm. And you know what? This is true.
Community uses today, I helped discover in Wuthering Waves. I helped put it and spread it, whatever the case may be, right? I helped discover like tech, right? The negative edging, the card canceling, things that
the car canceling.
I was discovering new stuff, and I thought a lot of this stuff was like tech, right? The negative edging, the card canceling, things that the community.
The car canceling. Is it like when you cancel an attack and then you just continue your combos? It gives you frames. Is that it? Car canceling is just animation canceling. Okay. So it's like you gain Kara canceling. Okay. Yeah, it's animation cancel. Yeah. So it gives you frames. It gives you frames. Okay. I know it.
I helped discover in Wuthering Waves. I helped put it and spread it, whatever the case may be, right? Because I have what? Fighting as a fighting gameplay. Anyway, point being is that I helped do that. The same things that I was doing for Zenless, I was doing for Wuthering Waves. Then I got met with what is now happening with Zenless. I got hit with in Wuthering Waves. Why are you calling things fighting game terms? What's a negative edge? That no. Hey, no, stop. That's not whatever you just called it. That's not a negative edge. Wuthering Waves created that. They put that in the game. They created that function. That's not a negative. We're not gonna call that negative edge. Stop.
Okay, well that's a retard. I don't know who this is and who he's talking about, but yeah, you're just an idiot.
Smart and cool. That this is from Wuthering Waves. Kara what?
Who said that? I think that's the guy. That's why people are saying one guide.
Cancel. All you have to do is press 1. That's a basic animation cancel, brother. All you have to do is press 1. Fighting games didn't come up with animation cancels. They didn't come up with cancels, bro.
You getting one guy? Yeah, he got one guy. Okay.
Switch what? Switch tech? You mean swap back? Oh yeah, no. You guys didn't come up with that. Swap back was originated from Wuthering Waves. Day -57, we knew about the swap back. What? Aerial combos? Oh, you mean air combat? From Devil May Cry? Oh no, Marvel didn't do that, bro. No, Marvel didn't create tag assist combos. No, that was Devil May Cry, which originated and heavily inspired Wuthering Waves, by the way. You're so stupid, bro. You think everything's from fighting games. You think Wuthering Waves didn't come up with all this stuff on their own? Wuthering Waves is the originator of everything. These are the comments that I received when I created Wuthering Waves content and then put it out there.
Okay.
When I pushed.
Okay, apparently it's his comment section, chat. Have you guys ever seen his comment section? We don't know. So like right now, we can take his word for it. And I don't see why he would lie. I remember when I said that. Oh, there it is, Leitrin. We got his ass. We got him. We fucking got him. Prove? I don't know. Where's the evidence? Yo, where's the evidence? We gotta see these people. Evidence.
The same type of content that I'm pushing for Zenless, I pushed it for Wuthering first. And I got the most flack for doing that.
Why wouldn't he show screenshots though?
Whatever this tech is.
To be honest, I as a creator myself, and a lot of creators I see, creators will see a comment. They're not going to screenshot them. I mean, only crazy shit like if they added black women in Genshin, I'd quit.
Mash G on square into ult, into square, and then kill the enemy. What's the purpose of juggling enemies when you can't juggle the boss? Does that sound familiar? Why would I sit there and
it's like Mortal Kombat in fighting games. Like to expand combos, you gotta juggle them in the air. I've always found that silly, but that's kind of what fighting games do.
Treat the enemy like a training dummy, like a practice dummy, when I can't do it on the boss. None of this matters in in-game. None of this matters in in-game. We're only week 3, or we're day 3 in the game. Guys, we're day 3 in the game. Day 3 in the game. No one's at in-game yet, but I promise you, none of this matters in in-game. Mob, CC control, crowd control on the mobs. None of that matters in in-game. The only thing that matters is hologram fights. Whatever it's how adversity it is, nope, doesn't matter. Now, if I call people fucking idiots, I'm the bad guy.
Okay, so I think he's sarcastic. Yeah, that was sarcasm. Okay, yeah.
What I decided to do was I said, you know what? I'm going to keep whatever I discover to my inner circle. And that's exactly what I did. Anything that was discovered or shown to me as tech I kept to my inner circle. There are still things that Wuthering Waves players just don't do that would significantly benefit the way they play the game.
The fuck is this? Well, tell us.
They don't do it. Why? Because they don't think about doing these things outside of the box.
Bitch, that's why you make videos, is to teach my dumbass to know how to do those things. The fuck? You get views, you get paid because my dumbass don't know how to do those things. That's why I subscribe to your ass and you tell my ass how to do those shits. Am I nuts? Yes, I'm an idiot that doesn't know how to do that. I already know that. You don't have to call me an idiot. I'm aware. But bitch, tell me. You be sitting there talking all this, oh, I'm keeping it to my inner circles and shit, like there's competitions about this shit. Bro, most people play these games and jerk off right after because they looked at too much tits. What? Gatekeeping checks a single player game. Bro, literally. What? The point is when he did get hate with the hidden tech video with Gian. That's like 10% dislike ratio. And that's very classic in the gacha community. He got one kite on Twitter about that vid. You can't talk all this good shit and talk all this smack when you're this fragile. I'm sorry. I respect you, ER, I really do, but you can't be this fragile. Not online, you can't. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He has a weak mentality. I feel like he wants to be universally right and he wants to be the guy. You know, I'm the guy that everybody agrees with. Is his argument correct or not? His argument doesn't matter. The argument doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. These are casual games made for people with simple enough gameplay that you can still clear the content with simple enough gameplay and understanding of the game. That's the whole point. Things are a little more complicated in SSR because of the turn-based aspect. There's less dodging, which means you can't just avoid danger for free, quote unquote. I mean, you still got to dodge skillfully somehow. But beyond that, there's nothing. This is more present in Genshin. I feel like ZZZ as well. ZZ is easy as fuck. Wu is somewhat difficult in holograms. Beyond that, it's a very simple game. Like, you don't even think. I can do things blindfolded. Do domains and shit blindfolded. It doesn't matter. But this is, again, we're tackling sweaty parts of the community, sweaty people, you know, people that really want to try hard and get that big dick energy in a PvE game that will never get them a single drop of vaginal juice from a juicy ass pussy. That's what the fuck we're talking about. That's who we're talking about. Okay? I know that was a long title, but it is true.
They wait for someone else to tell it to them. A big old creator has to make brand new tech discovered in Wuthering Waves. Do this now to improve your damage by 40.
Bro, a lot. Look. I'm gonna keep it a buck, ladies and gentlemen. I respect competitive gamers, as long as you don't sit here and flex on my ass that, oh, I'm so him because I'm better than you in a video game. Ultimately, if we're out there, that shit is not helping you get pussy, bro. That shit is not helping you get a job unless you make content. Okay? Socially speaking, even content creators are still looked down upon. If I put a lawyer next to a content creator, who do you think people are going to favor? Yeah, you got clout, but so what? I can beat your ass in court. That's something you can never take away. What the fuck? And that's more useful to society than making content. And plus, there's a good argument to be made that content creators are running on borrowed time. There will come a time where you're completely irrelevant and people forget about you. Like, you will have your time in the sun and that's it. You'll fade away one day. So ultimately, a skill will always outclass, you know, content creation and by default gamers, etc. They tried with esports, but where's that? Isn't Moist Critical saying that esports is literally a cash burn? You're burning money for a reason. I don't have time to spend 50 hours a week to discover tech. So yeah, I check videos from big creators sometimes. Yo, Rage Quit. He didn't know what he did. So Rage Quit, you got to understand that earlier he said that this is a waste of time. Is that it doesn't respect his time because he's a content creator. Yo, chat, we missed something. That shit wastes time. But you're the one also taking so much time to learn all these combos and shit. It's like, that's a waste of time too. Like, You're out here trying to act like these games are a waste of time and shit. Well, being that deep in these games is also a fucking waste of time. Like, what are you saying?
Now we get into the problem. I've explained to you why I stopped playing Wuthering Waves,
Okay.
why I stopped making content for Wuthering Waves,
Okay.
both being the community. Well, I guess the first one isn't really the game, but still the community.
Well, not the community. It's more so those guys that actually irritate you because you care about what everybody, including toxic minorities, think. At that point, that's on your ass.
And now we get into why this is happening again with Zenless Zone Zero. The problem with everything going on right now is, as I mentioned earlier, the Neo Genshin player, okay? The Neo Genshin Impact people, whatever. The Neo Genshin community has infested the Wuthering Waves community.
Yes.
As much as someone doesn't want to hear it, the Wuthering Waves community is the Neo Genshin community.
In a way. Well, you got to also understand that the same thing that applies to Wuthering Waves and I'm about to say applies to Genshin, which is it's a minority that's very vocal, but it's ultimately a minority. The majority of players are pretty good. They're pretty good. Neo Genshin community sounds dumb as fuck. It sounds pretty cool to me.
A large majority of Wuthering Waves people that are toxic within the community are just Genshin Impact players in disguise.
Yeah.
They are just Genshin Impact players who left Genshin Impact to infest the lands of Wuthering Waves. And now they are being just as toxic as they were with Genshin Impact to any other game.
I was in his stream when he said this. I remember this.
They are treating Wuthering Waves like they're Genshin Impact. This is the holy game. Nothing can be better than Wuthering Waves.
Yep.
I've invested my blood, sweat, and tears, no money.
Just like SSR and now ZZZ, and we're going to have a Drippermelia, and so it goes. A lot of people are like this. It is what it is.
Into the game. Nothing is better than Wuthering Waves. That's how they treat this. So now they attack any and everything else. The reason that Zenless Zone Zero people, anyone that says, I like Zenless, it's cool.
Yeah.
What's the first thing out of somebody's mouth? I guarantee if you put 5 people in a room, if you put 5 random gacha players in a room, and the one person on screen says, I think Zenless is cool, 3 out of those 5 people are gonna say, well, what about Wuthering? What about Wuthering? You don't like Wuthering Waves? You like Zenless, but you don't like Wuthering Waves? Motherfucker, I didn't even mention Wuthering Waves. Yeah, but you said you like Zenless, so you should also say that you like Wuthering Waves. In fact, you should say Wuthering Waves is better. Here, let me show you. Let me show you my account.
You know what this reminds me? You know when this happens a lot with couples. You know, couples, they be like, I really like this guy. He's cute. You know, a girl says, he's so friendly. He's so cool. You know, like a girl gives praise to a dude. You know, a dude walking by, she goes, look at him. He's awesome. I know this guy. He's really cool. He's this and that. The guy goes, oh, well, just go with him then. Just go do this with him then. You know, go make him your boyfriend. Or it's very present, especially with wives and husbands. Husband goes, bro's wife cooks him the best meals and shit like that. And she goes, well, go marry his wife then. Shit like that. You know, that's literally what these people kind of remind me. It's like the same mentality of, bro, I didn't even mention you. All I'm saying is those people got something good. Important question. These so-called Neo Genshin players who hate every other gacha, wouldn't they be playing Genshin if that's the case instead of WoW? Because these people are sad idiots that just need something to fill their time with besides picking mint. So they will go and play different games. They still identify as Genshin players, but ultimately they play other games and dabble in other communities because it's more entertaining that way. They have more shit to do. Because don't forget, these games are here ultimately for your entertainment, whether them or their communities. They're here for your sense of belonging, your sense of validation, and your sense of entertainment, or if you want to do shit. Always remember that, ladies and gentlemen.
Did you know Wuthering Waves? Did you know Wuthering Waves has 75 free pulls? They don't lie. Hey man, Zenless Zone Zero said that you can get 180 free pulls. You can't. You Wuthering Waves? Hey bro, we got like 767 pulls day one. You should play Wuthering Waves. In fact, I already made you an account. Go ahead and play with. Hey, donate some money. Play Wuthering Waves.
You know what? If someone asks me, as in like, which game should I play, that'll be my response.
All of this time and energy.
To be honest, type 1 if you agree, chat. Type 2 if you disagree. Am I crazy? If it's someone asking you, what should they play? What should they play? Wuwa or ZZZ? Like, I don't care. Yeah, that's true. That's a lie. 180 pulls. Yeah, that shit is 80s Boopons, and the 100 is so locked. It's locked in such a tight ass. You can't just easily get it.
Into being toxic to anyone else that does not shill for Wuthering Waves.
Mm-hmm.
What happens with this, and this is why I said earlier, I know the reason the Wuthering Waves community is the way it is. This is going to sound really egotistical, And I don't mean
He does have an ego, though, don't we all? And as a content creator, you should have an ego. To be honest, Chad, this might be a quick, deep talk with you guys. Have an ego and always picture yourself as the best you can be. Just, it's a work in progress, but you're already that person. Have that mindset, have that attitude. It's very important. It helps a lot, especially in social public places. Be confident. Yeah, there we go. Be more confident, because when you have that mindset, it exerts that confidence way easily. No egotistical. Now, see, the problem with that is, for me personally, I still don't see EO coming as egotistical.
I think you should humble yourself too.
No matter the level you reach, no matter how high you go, you should always be humble. Being modest is a virtue. Modesty is a virtue. And being humble is having modesty. Always be humble. Always be modest. Always remember who you were. Always remember you can lose what you are in one go. You could just be walking the streets. Some dude just makes a weird turn. His fucking wheel goes off control, runs you the fuck over. Now you're paralyzed for the rest of your life. Because fuck you, that's why randomness. Anything can change in the blink of an eye. Always appreciate, always be humble. Always remember that we are all in borrowed time, with borrowed resources, with borrowed everything. Always. Even I have a hard time applying it, chat, but it did me a lot of good putting it in my mind, and I'm feeling a lot more positive and a lot better. Keep up the grind, V. You good? Hey, I appreciate you, man.
this as egotistical as it's going to sound. But I want to make this message very clear.
You need to be arrogant.
Okay. Vegeta is in Dragon Ball is arrogant. Tectone is not arrogant. He's someone with an ego. There's a difference. But Vegeta is fictional. Okay, Goku is somewhat arrogant.
Sorry to interrupt this talk, but I gotta know, guys, who's got the biggest tits in Wu so far? No reason for asking, just wanna know.
The Neo Genshin community does not have a me. What I mean by that...
Oh, here we are.
I'm still going to talk about the Wuthering Waves combat thing. Wuthering Waves community, the Neo Genshin community, does not have a me. What I mean by that, you don't have someone who's actually passionate about making content for your game.
But you just quit. You said you quit. So everyone else is not passionate? Well, let's not even get on the others. It's like, bro, you just quit the game. Where's that passion go? But also, you said, okay, I'm gonna tell you exactly why. And Viocity is exactly. When you say I should be me, you're already lost. In a community setting, you've already lost. You already did. And I don't think one should, unless it's something clear and cut, like Tectone saying, "Oh, I'm the biggest creator in the gacha community." Yeah, clearly, obviously, I'm carrying the gacha community. Clearly, absolutely, no one can deny that one. Easy. That's a me. It's like, yeah, look at me. But that's fair. That's a clean take. Like, easy. Man thinks he's the MC. I'm gonna give a hot take. I feel like everybody thinks he's the MC. We just have different levels. Okay? We all have different levels. It's important you think you're the MC. It's important to think you are a chosen one in your own world, because we all live in a world that others won't live, whether it's from your different countries, your background, your environment, who you're going to end up with, etc. It's important that you think that. Ryder too, appreciate the follow. If I missed any follows or sub, I rarely miss subs, but I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate the support. NPC. See, the problem with that, Chunkit, is you're obviously not. I think I'm the side character. You can be a support character. And guess what? Who are the best characters in the games? Support characters. You know why? Because not everybody has the ability to support. Everybody wants to be a DPS. It takes a special individual to be a support character. You're not a side character. You're a support character. And it's pretty difficult to be a support character. So pat yourself in the damn shoulders and appreciate that EM and break effect you have.
Someone that is putting out content daily or bi-daily, bi-weekly, whatever term you want to use. They're not putting out consistent content to lift your game up. They don't have one. They don't have multiple. The Neo Genshin community, Rexlent doesn't count. I knew someone was gonna say Rexlent.
He did say Rexlent doesn't count. Rexlent doesn't count. Why? Bro, this is Rexlent right now.
I'm like, what he say fuck me for? I'm like, what he say fuck me for?
What did Rexlent do? Jesus Christ.
Someone puts out content daily or bi-weekly, then they aren't putting out consistent content.
That's true. I have more consistent content about Woo than him. So I should be the only motherfucker getting praised. Io called Pokey the N-word.
No shot to Rexlent whatsoever. Rexlent,
That is a shot. That is a shot. You can't just walk it off as it's not a shot. It is a shot. Because he's a creator. And you're trying to put yourself above him. So that is a shot. Wait a minute. Is this why you guys think I bashed Rexlent? Matt, there's a huge misunderstanding between what I said and what y'all feeling/pushing. There was no gatekeeping being done, but instead explaining what's lacking in the community by how much. There's even like 3 tweets that all spun this week of players asking for creators to watch, and the answers were exactly what I said in the video or no one. If this is another reason folks are getting crazy towards me, that's not even my fault. It's like taking offense to something that wasn't offensive because you didn't like what was being said. What? I've watched the video a few times in the background. My thoughts, you spend the entire video trying to gatekeep what kind of cut creators are real for a game. What kind of video? It kind of is. When you're putting yourself up there like this, oh, it kind of is. It kind of is. Maybe that's not your intent, but it kind of is. This Ninja Pokey reacted to my Woo video on the main channel after the nonsense was dying down. I already know it's about to bring some more hate my way. I will start fake hating Woo out of spite at this rate. There's only 2 tribalistic gacha communities that are bad. And no, I will not be opening that video for my own mental peace and clarity. You shouldn't have opened it in the first place. All love, all neutral. Show me how to recreate this GIF when you get down here for TwitchCon. So does this mean Mr. Pokey can now say Niga Higa? Pokey got the pass, my guy. I think so. I think this is it. I mean, if you're going to call me an N-word, I at least have the right to call you one back. I'm just saying. Because you got to understand, this technically means ignorant motherfucker. This means you're an ignorant dumb fuck. That's kind of what it is. A lot, depending on the context, it is like it's like fuck. It's like there's fuck you, or like fuck you are so fine, or fuck you, or fuck me. You know, like it depends on where it's placed in the context / how you say it. And it feels like the N word is kind of similar.
Rexlent is not a primary Wuthering Waves creator. Rexlent makes content for him. He makes content for him. This content that he makes is not for the community. This is because he likes to make this type of content. And
don't we all? I'm confused. Every creator does things because he likes to do it.
Gathered a community from PGR that likes his content. Let's look at these videos real quick. Peak Combat, Jianshin versus Crownless, Hologram 6, Wuthering Waves. Now, if you, I ain't even got to look at the thumbnail. I know Rexlent. I watch his content. S6, level 90. How many of y'all have that? No one. You don't have that. You don't have
unrelatable.
Jinsei, Wuthering Waves, Crash Course. This ain't a guide. This ain't a guide. I know it's not a guide. He about to tell you how to do the fucked up shit with Jinsei. It's cool as hell to do it. You can't do it though. Brought S6, R5, Jinsei to Hologram 6.
Okay, so it's a whale. It's a whale thing. Okay.
That's not relatable.
Yeah, sure.
Where is my top 5? Where is the best character to do whatever? Where is my think pieces on why I think Jianshin is the best character in the game?
Okay.
It's not here. Then let's just give it a pass. Let's say that Rexlent did give this type of content, right? Guess what? You have one. Out of everyone that makes content, you have one. One creator.
Who'd that be? Who'd that be, chat? Yo, chat, place your bets. Place your bets. Who do you think this one creator is? Who'd that be? Who'd that be, chat? The only, him, self-proclaimed Asmongold, our savior. A small creator, EO knows. Okay. VXV plays Woo only for the money, no passion. Oh, I know. Oh, I'm just here for the titties. I'm just here to watch big old titties, man. And because I have a gambling addiction. Sweetly. Oh, Sweetly is actually pretty good.
who's making content for Wuthering Waves that is actually relatable or beneficial to the entire Wuthering Waves community.
Gotcha,
Everything
Smack.
else falls under, and no shot to my, you know, I love me some drama, bro, but no shot. Everything else falls under the category of drama.
I see your point. You need a CC that can relate to the common player base, like the F2P or light spenders with similar point to the community. Otherwise, you are showing off. This is a chatter, by the way. I just read it from a chatter. Like it's at the bottom. You guys can read. I see your point. You need a CC that can relate to the common player base, like the F2P or light spenders with similar progress points to the community, which is what I try to do when I make a guide. Otherwise, you are showing off. True. True.
Drama, news, or updates. You said Skull J? Nope, you're right. No, you're right. This is your real one. This is your real one. This is your real one.
So CJ is him. So why are people saying it's only EO? Oh, because he said it earlier. Okay.
One. He is the me for Wuthering. Skull is your. I'm looking at the content. I only have to watch.
Oh, he's the me for Wuthering. Okay.
But he always want those perfect echoes XD.
I guess who cares? The guide would be the same for S6, but more damage. That is true. That is very true. But doesn't this counter his earlier point of needing perfect echoes, as that will be unrelatable to the average player? True. Well, I guess you can always change them up because you can always just create them, right?
Watch it.
You
This
adapt
is
them
your
to
real
what you're trying to do.
Doggos makes great content, but he's not exclusive to Wuthering Waves. Doggos is on Star Rail, he's on Zenless, he's on Wuthering. Doggos just makes great content, period. He loves playing games, but he's not
That's
exclusive to one game.
BS. We need everything to make a functioning world. So every type of content is pertinent.
Mushin Deer. That is a beautiful, beautiful take that I totally stand by. I totally agree. Fuck yeah. Yes. Yeah. We need all y'all. We need players like these. We need players like that, etc., etc. So I don't know. I feel like there's an underline. Is it just me? I feel like I'm reading between the lines, as in, oh, these guys are like, they're covering all these games. Like they don't give a shit. Like they can just cover all this. So which means they're not as important to the Wuthering Waves community as the one guy that just covers only that game. I don't know. I can't shake that off. I can't shake that off. It's like, you know, people read between the lines, and that's what I'm doing. I'm reading between the lines, and especially when you say shit like this.
Constellations don't change the mechanics of the game. All it does is increase damage. So why is a guide with constellations bad?
True. EO has multiple games in his channel. He's not dedicated to a specific game. Yeah, so does that negates him? It's hard to make videos on just one gacha game too. Exactly, Kazana. How you doing, bro? Exactly. But you can. Okay, Kazana, you gotta understand. You can. Say for example, Mr. Pokey. Mr. Pokey for the longest time just kept doing HSR and was doing great. But at some point he was like, I'm bored with how much I do because I do too much. So he switched. Right? But you can get away with one game. Here's one. Here's one. So Yu-Gi-Oh, for example. There's this guy. Farfa. Here we go. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh channel. Everything is Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh is a gacha game. You can technically cover other gachas, but because Yu-Gi-Oh is like a niche within a niche, people don't give a fuck. And you can do just fine. You can do just fine. And yes, maybe Yu-Gi-Oh is more popular. That's why it's like it didn't die. It proven itself through the test of time. It's a very strong game, sitting strong. But like, say for example, games like Genshin, etc., which we all know have an expiration date. You know, it's tough.
Smaller creator Jiru or something. The fact that you said or something proves my point. Instead of the Wuthering community attacking anyone else that doesn't play Wuthering Waves, y'all should be lifting up anyone that's smaller. It's the same thing that happened with not Starro. The same thing that happened with Zenless was happening with Wuthering. Where with Zenless, when Zenless came out, what was a lot of stuff going on, right? Should you play Zenless? Zenless Zone Zero is a bad game. Look, I love Emmy, right? This game sucks for me, awful. And I know this video is, she's not even saying it's bad. Emmy's not even saying the video is bad, but I'm pointing out the type of content that exists instead of the content that would be super beneficial to the community. Wuthering Waves had the same issue when it first came out. When it first came out, guess what I was putting out? Same stuff that I was doing with Zenless. Don't fall for this free-to-play trap. That was the first video for Wuthering. Boom, takes off, right? My issue with team building and Wuthering, I could go in this comment section right now and people are trying to flame me. Hey, man, I don't think you played the game. I don't think you played the beta. In fact, I don't think you know what you're talking about. Did you know that intro-outro skills were the best part of team building? What part of what I said about team building and how it feels pointless because 1, 2, 3 didn't you hear? Why are you talking to me about something that I didn't even reference? What are we talking about here? Yeah, but I feel like if you just did this instead of what you're trying to do, then you would think like me and you would do this instead. I don't want to do that. I want a team. It's a team-based game. I want to play the team. Yeah, but who cares? Like, I would rather solo the hologram with one character because I think that's fun.
Sure.
Go solo it. That's on you, not on me, right? But let's continue. I digress. Top 3 characters.
Yeah, I feel like he just takes any possibility of whatever someone can say to his argument in like he really takes it very seriously, and I feel like it kind of ruins how he delivers his points. I feel like I kind of try to choose my words carefully there, but I think you guys are just trying to see what I'm trying to say. Is it just me though? It's not you, it's him. And I feel like he overthinks too much, taking everything too personally. Maybe he also wants everyone to juggle. By the way, well, it's kind of fighting games to be honest. Game now don't have enough content. That's why they play multiple games. Oh, absolutely, Juntao. Absolutely. That's why I play multiple games. I don't give a fuck. So he's getting one guide. Well, I will go a step further. I feel like he's getting one guide before getting one guide. He's getting pre-one guide. You know what I mean? He's getting pre-one guide. Like, or before somebody says, okay, everybody can think like that, and it happens to me too, but you don't let it guide some of your arguments. I feel like his, it's kind of repeating itself a little bit because some dude once told him that shit or something. So one guy is edging him for the other one guy. There you go. A Rider, thank you very much. Yes, you get one guide. You're now damaged. You're now emotionally traumatized. So every time you say some shit, you have PTSD flashbacks of that one guy. So now you are preparing for the new one guy. Pre-edging, yeah.
And that's it.
Literally. Hey, Ryder, hello and welcome to you, by the way. Literally. And I thought Wuwo was all about jiggle instead of the juggle. That's because it is. We just keep it between us, Tina. I think he's getting bad comments and he's just taking them too much to heart. Exactly. Everyone gets hate comment no matter how who you are, and as a CC, you got to learn to ignore it or ban him. I'm going to give a hot take, Chad. I'm going to give a hot take. And this is not a green light for you guys to like keep spamming my comments with hateful shit or whatever, but they make me laugh. I'm very serious. They really make me laugh. I really do. Or like, say for example, say I take them at face value when it's like I see a lot of dislikes. I'm like, okay, this video is controversial. Sure. But say for example, my recent video, I was just agreeing with Hex said, right? I had people in my comments pulling up talking some, oh, I didn't agree with Hex, so automatically I'm not going to agree with your ass. Even though I try to add some more clarity to the point she was saying, and I've shared a similar sentiment to what she was saying, and we are both valid for feeling and having an opinion towards that thing. Oh, no, We disagreed with the Hex, so automatically we're going to disagree with your ass as well, even though like there's not much to come after us for. That's just the sentiment we have towards the games for now. The exploring side of the game, to be more specific. I still like the game as a whole. Only one thing I don't really like, which is the exploring, which I feel like is a little lost in the sauce. As in like it's... I love the characters. I love the dynamics. I love the team building. I love the depth of how simple and yet kind of advanced the game is. But I don't like the exploration. That doesn't mean I don't like the games anymore. It just means exploring kind of is too much for me. That's it. Oh, Hex said that, so automatically you said the same, so fuck you. How the fuck am I not supposed to laugh at that? Oh, shit. I remember this comment. Oh, it's clear now. You are dick riding her because she's dick riding Tectone. So in contrast, you are dick riding Tectone through her. Yeah, I read that. I read that. Something like that. It wasn't word for word this, but I think that's what he was trying to say. I don't think English was his first language, but I think that's what they were trying to say. How do you not laugh at that? I'm like, wow, you thought that. Like that could be the last thing someone with reason can think. But these people are putting on their tinfoil hats and just speculating the craziest of shit. The craziest of shit. Insane.
Ranking every Wuthering Waves character. Everyone does tier list, right? 5 free star. These are the free 5 stars targeting the beginning there. It got worse whenever this video dropped. The broken new tech, unlock new combos. When I dropped this video, I became public enemy #1 for Wuthering Waves. So it's funny to me with Zenless how people have done this crazy ass flip flop. They've gone from, damn, we don't really fuck with EO because he's bad in Wuthering Waves. Like we don't like that he's trying to push on cool tech, combos, juggling enemies, fighting game terminal. We don't like that. Okay, hey, you got it. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm gonna go do something else. Now that I'm doing something else somewhere else, hey man, that's bullshit. Why aren't you doing this for Wuthering Waves? The obvious better game with combat. You know Wuthering Waves has negative edge, by the way. I'm telling you this like a literal quote. I have an exact quote in my YouTube comments and in my tweets. I'm not going through tweets because y'all seen Twitter.
Yeah, that was me.
Exact quote.
Yeah, that's me arming too.
In my YouTube comments and in my tweets. I'm not going through tweets because y'all seen Twitter, but
and these people are weird.
You know that Wuthering Waves is actually the
yeah. These guys are weird as fuck.
Fighting games. Why aren't you?
I'm a positive edge kind of guy. You sure are.
Negative edge, right? We have negative edge, and we have cancel animations, and we have jump combos. And I swear to Sephiroth, all I did was ask this dude a question. I never got a response.
Yeah, what up,
I'm
Kojin?
the guy that put negative edging on the map for y'all, right? Like GBG showed it to me, and then I signal boosted the fuck out of it and explained what it was. You know, I did that, right? You know that's me, right? No. It's in Wuthering Waves. I swear to you, bro. You could just read the Wuthering Waves tutorial and it tells you that negative edge is in the game. It's bullshit.
Yeah, you can.
It's bullshit. V, don't worry about it. Don't worry about what a negative.
Oh, that's
is.
me.
I'm not explaining it.
Yeah, that's me. That's me actually. Yeah, I was. This is me in his chat asking. This is where I came in the stream. This is actually me.
Bro, you could just read the Wuthering Waves.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Because he said negative edge. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And he said, don't worry about it.
Tutorial, and it tells you that negative edge is in the game. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. V, don't worry about it. Don't worry about what a negative edge is. I'm not explaining it. I've already explained it. Go watch the video. Go watch the video.
I don't know. It's just, I didn't even know what video, man. I was like, bon, je sais pas quoi vous dire, mec. Je sais pas comment ça se passe là, mais le negative edge et tout ça, moi, je connais pas. Hein. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm not explaining. I'm not explaining that. I'm not explaining car canceling. I'm not explaining jump cancels. No. Yeah.
I don't know. Cancel, car cancel. What? Ah, le mec, il frime. He's showing off too much, chat. He's showing off too much. I don't like it. I am not a fan. Désolé, petit EO, mais I don't agree. Negative edging and should be positive. It's not negative. You gotta be optimistic, not pessimistic.
I'm not doing none of that. All right. Back to the point about Wuthering. Y'all need more of him. And I truly do hope. I truly do hope that y'all help him go boom.
54 views in 7 minutes. That's it. It's Jover, chat. It's Jover. 54 views in 7 minutes. Ah, man. The Wuthering Waves community sucks. How the fuck is our boy, the one, the chosen one, gonna have 54 views in 7 minutes? Genshin, the Woo community could never. Oh, Genshin could. Oh, Genshin videos do 1 million views in 7 minutes. Anyway, I'm joking.
His views are already up there. They're booming. You guys need more of him. Find more of the skulls and get more skulls in your community.
Okay, so basically he's saying, fuck y'all, I'm out of this shit. But for replacements, there's these guys. And this is why I quit. Is this the gist of the video? Because this is what it's starting to feel like. Okay, and there's a bunch of dumb fucks that makes the Wuthering Waves ZZZ situation embarrassing. Yeah. Is that it, chat? Is that it in a nutshell? Because that's what it's starting to feel like in a nutshell.
There's no reason. You guys are exerting, and not obviously people in chat, but the Neo Genshin community that is festering Wuthering Waves. Stop using your energy to go after people that are not even, you don't even care about Zenless. Most of the complaints or talk about Zenless are from people that aren't playing the game. Go away. This is why I made the claims that I do when I talk about this stuff, right? I'm not gonna bitch about something that I'm just not giving my time. If I'm not into the game, like you don't hear me bitch about Genshin Impact. Why? Because I don't play it. I'm not gonna be sitting here and everybody's fucking. Oh.
No, I'm a bitch about Genshin Impact because I know the game could be better. And even from a casual standpoint, if the game sucks, I'm sorry, I'm gonna bitch about that shit. Fuck you. Oh yeah, I'm gonna bitch about that shit. No, that's bad practices that signal in the gaming industry that it's okay for developers that can be pieces of shit to players and they can still get away with it. I refuse to be just silent and look at that shit. I refuse. No, Genshin is much better now, but the time they took to implement those qualities of life, already a lot of players. No. They still need more. And that's kind of the problem with Genshin. They still need more. But they're doing some steps, but we all know they're tiptoeing around the shit. Or you to just do the shit. You know, it's like, okay, let's all sit down. This 5.0 is going to be the massive updates of qualities of life and everything. All right, Spiral Abyss, update that shit. New theater, we heard you. This thing sucks. Let's spice it up some more. Stuff. Boom. No, it's like each time, each patch, they got to like sit back and wait for, oh, what's something they always complained about? That. Well, you know what? Save that in the back burner. And when we see that there's going to be a dry patch or something, just to create some excitement, let's fix that one thing. Put it on the list. I'm pretty sure Hoyoverse keeps a whole damn list of things just so that when they have a dry patch to put one of them things there, be like, hey, look, we're fixing shit. Why not fix all the shit? No. One at a time. One at a time. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Green Slime Man, did you know that I hate Genshin Impact? And you should too. If you were to play a game called Zenless Zone Zero, did you know you could actually get jump combos? Yeah, we're getting a new character. They're gonna have jump combos. Did you know that?
But we can't jump in the game though.
You should stop playing Genshin. You should stop playing Genshin. Here's why my thesis paper on that. Leave it in your comment section down below. Just go gas up the Zenless dude. Go find a creator already making the content that you want and then gas it up. If it doesn't exist, make it exist. There are plenty of Wuthering Waves content creators that started out and may have stopped. I can't tell you that because I don't even watch the stuff no more, right? And you know, rock harder. Wait. We're not gonna dog on Hex because Hex is a prime example of like the right thing to happen. We can even, this video is already 30 minutes, but I'll explain it. Yeah, and Sarah. Now, if I were to tell you there's no content in Wuthering Waves, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy, right? Hey man, how could you say that Genshin Impact was a better game than Wuthering Waves? I never said that, by the way, but I'm just gonna take that quote. Let's compare and contrast. What can I do in Wuthering? What can I do in Genshin? What can I do in Zenless? What can I do in Wuthering? What can I do in Nikke? What can I do in Wuthering?
I can play with one hand in Nikke and the others I can't for reasons. That's the only difference. Type 1 if you agree, chat. Type 2 if you disagree. What the fuck is the difference if we're gonna compare the two? Like what the fuck? What the fuck? Obviously, I can play with one hand.
What do you do in Wuthering whenever there's no new story? When you finish a story, what do you guys do? There's a particular word, and you can
mint picking.
Mint picking. I wasn't gonna use that term, but we can use that term. I was gonna think of grinding, right? Building characters.
Look, Echoes. See, okay, I'm gonna give a hot take. A lot of you guys can hate me for it, but it's kind of true. Seeing the speed and how we obtained Echoes and stuff like that, I wouldn't even consider Echo farming a form of mint picking. In the sense of you can always take a step back, keep doing tacit fields, and that's it. You don't need to grind and sweat that hard. If I'm gonna be completely honest, that's just me though. That's just me though. Because seeing how much shit we have and you just playing the game consistently, you'll get everything you need anyway. You don't need to go. It's just you speeding up through the content, which is fair if you're not busy, but the whole point of these games is you playing them for a short period of time and leave. That's it. That's the whole point. I mean, it's good, it's an option, but technically, seeing that these gacha games only want you to log in for like 30 to an hour tops, if there's an event or like a quest or new story, it's technically mint picking. You know what I mean? W take shit. I thought you guys were gonna start unfollowing immediately.
Farming, echo picking, echo farming all day. Yep, you're grinding. When you have no story content in Wuthering Waves, you pop on dailies, you get off. You go grind, you get off. It's worse if, like, for instance, Ryu, right? Ryu happened to get the Gensi build that he was looking for like 2 weeks early. Done. He finished his Gensi build like 2 weeks early or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Guess what he did for 2 weeks? Log on to the game, do dailies, log off.
Yeah.
Log into the game, do dailies, log off.
Yeah.
Log into the game, do dailies, log off. No time was spent on that game whatsoever.
Well, that's good.
I'm not running through the world. There's no events I care about. There's no new side quests. There's no events. Co-op in the game is ass. There's nothing to fucking do. So when I said the overworld experience in Genshin Impact compared to Wuthering Waves is better, L take. Wuthering's so great. Wuthering's the best game. Wuthering's good, bro. Wuthering's awesome.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
It's a great game for what it presents. The overworld experience, Wuthering is nowhere near my top 3. Wuthering's overworld experience is not good. And for those that need to hear it both in chat and in the video, overworld experience does not mean exploration.
Okay, here we go.
If I can zip line in a game or use a jetpack, because if we're keeping it a buck, Tower of Fantasy beats both of them.
I was there and I'm gonna give a hot take. I agree. Yeah, Tower of Fantasy's exploration was fucking superb. It was pretty good. Like you can just position yourself and just fly with that jetpack. It was so satisfying. But it was lame at first, but they really fixed it with characters. It was kind of locked away with characters, but I think they even added gadgets because I wasn't too deep in Tower of Fantasy, but from what I've seen in certain clips, some characters can fly sky high. I think it was a demon bitch. I think it was the character I got before leaving, her and Zeke. Can't remember which one, but like this demon bitch, she can fly sky fucking high. Like, I mean, you can reach half of the top of Dragonspine, but like one jump, you reached half of that shit. Like, it's insane. Job suspension was way better, and the gacha system was more generous. Well, it depends, because you still need to get those fucking the gear, which was locked behind gacha. So no, I feel like Tower Fantasy's gacha system was trash. Rubilia or something? Yeah, that one. Rubilia. Yeah, Rubilia was, damn, like she could, and she's hot as fuck too. Like, god damn.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Tower Fantasy smokes both of them. If we're talking about exploration,
True.
That's not what I'm referring to. Overworld experience is what can you do in the overworld that keeps you in the game for X period of time. I should forget to take my dog out. I forgot to eat 2 times. I didn't pee today, and I forgot to go to sleep.
Also, like the level of engagement. True, fair enough.
Like, all things possible should happen in a good overworld experience. Great example of this, Breath of the Wild, Minecraft. These have overworld experiences that you get lost in time. I don't get lost in time with Wuthering. I don't get lost in time with Genshin Impact now, but when it came out, right, year 1, everyone got lost in time. That was
Which is exactly why I said what I said with Hex's video, is as in Genshin ruined Wuthering Waves. Genshin ruined Wuthering Waves because Genshin took our virginity and we just can't seem to get it back. We don't have that awe and that, oh wow, this is mind-blowing type shit when playing Wuthering Waves and having the same passion and I would argue patience with Wuthering Waves, just like Genshin. Or maybe it's because we know from past experience that we're gonna get our heart broken from Genshin. So we don't have the same enjoyment with Wuthering Waves because like we're kind of done. It's like, yeah, I've been there. I know in the end none of this shit is gonna matter. I'm gonna be stuck in pure void and emptiness, waiting for new content. It's like fuck this. I don't know. Well, some things just snapped. I can't explain it.
Because
I don't have the words for
Minecraft
it.
is randomly generated, that is why it will always feel new if you explore
Bro,
XD.
Minecraft is a masterpiece. We're not gonna bring Minecraft into this. That's not even a fair comparison. Minecraft is a masterpiece of a video game. I still have my V card. I didn't play Genshin as much as you. That's good. That's good. I feel like the more you play Genshin, the more burnt out you are, and the less likely you are to enjoy Wuthering Waves. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Minecraft beat it than all. That's not fair. I'm not saying Minecraft is the best game ever, but you gotta understand that Minecraft is a masterpiece. Like it is the game. It is the game. Like it's if like in the realm of video games, that game is him. I've never played that shit. Even I can understand just how powerful and good of a game it is. Like just the liberty you have is insane. Not the same type of game. I know, but ultimately we're just talking about as in plain old video games. We're not even going with the genres. It's just as in video games, where do they rank and what do they offer? Right? That's it. As in enjoyment. So GTA and Minecraft just
So he's
rank too high.
comparing WoW to AAA games, but not for Z's.
And that's not it. That's not it. He's comparing enjoyment. Chat, don't get lost in the sauce. I know. I'm trying to formulate it the best, but I think the best way I can say it is he's talking about enjoyment. He's not talking about the niches of the games. It's the enjoyment, the immersion. Immersion. He's talking about the immersion that these games offer. The immersion of Wuthering Waves is no longer the same because of Genshin.
He's talking about exploration.
No, he's not. Well, yes, exploration is you playing the fucking game. Okay, let's call it what it is. Exploring is you playing the fucking game. So the immersion of those games are obviously higher and better than Wuthering Waves. Unfortunately, so, but it is the truth, especially for ex-Genshin players because we've already had this before. We had this before. It is what it is.
A big problem with Genshin Impact. That's why certain laws got put in place, was because of the amount of time you could sink into a gacha game. Elden Ring, you can get lost in Elden Ring, absolutely. You said I'm comparing huge projects to gacha? I'm comparing overworld experience. I don't give a fuck if it's a gacha game or not. Time does not care if it's a gacha game. That's something that people need to let go. Oh man, it's a gacha game, it's a gacha game. And I'm not like taking a shot at you, AJ, because you're not the only one that says this. There were tons of people that were saying this on Twitter when I said it. It's a gacha game, you can't do that. Gacha games are completely different. No, they're not. They both take time. I give 5 hours to one game or 5 hours to another game. Whatever game it is does not all of a sudden make the 5 hours cost more. They still costed 5 hours. It's different. Oh man, well, you spent $60 on a AAA game. Of course it's gonna have a better experience. I spent $60 in game in a gacha game and the same amount of time, and I have a worse overworld experience. I can always get money back. You can always get money back. I can't get time back. Your experience,
He's got a point.
what you sink time into, what you invest time into is probably the most important thing, especially when it comes to gaming. You cannot get it back. Wuthering Waves
Yeah, it's like if I'm spending time, I need to be having fun. Absolutely.
has horrible time investment in comparison to the other games that are like that game.
I
Now,
think he just didn't formulate it better here, Chad. I'm fairly certain that's what he was trying to say. I'm very certain. In this one, Chad, I'm just trying to make it clear. I think he's not formulating it well, but I think the main understanding for us to have is the immersion that these games offer is not comparable to other games. I feel like the term is what was lacking here, in my opinion. But if you don't have fun, you don't have to play it. Oh no, Tina, you gotta play it because it's the fun thing right now, and it's what everybody's playing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all the cool kids are doing it. You gotta do it with us. That's basically the spirit and the gist of it all. Unfortunately, if you spend $60 expect to get the same value as a real $60 game, sorry, but you're stupid and it's on you. Say for example, I buy a $60 game and I don't like it, and I can play a free-to-play game and have a lot of fun. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, it's immersion. What the fuck does this game offer? Is it fun? Is it actually fun? Or you can grow up and be your own person. You're so fine, Tina. Sometimes you speak true gold. You can refund it. Yep. I forgot you can't refund waifu in gacha. Okay, well hold on now, Mystery. In defense of gacha games, when you start a gacha, you can get enough free currency by playing the game to get the waifu bitch you want, right? And that's it. You can play the game. If you continue to play the game, that's you investing in the game you like. If you stop playing the game, technically you beat the game, but not really because there's new story and shit. But technically you don't have to keep playing. You beat the game, and that's it. Like for example, say for example, right now I want to go. I've finished Wuthering Waves. I'm a rover. I came to the new place, right? I was an old legend that just rose back from the grave. There was this problem in this city. I helped them. We fought a war. We won. We beat the bad guy. I'm now a hero in that, and I lived happily ever after. Bye bye. That's not what happened to me. That's what happened. Bye bye. I said I'm done with the game. I'm done with the game. That's it. It's over. Isn't that what he's saying for all gacha games? Genshin was Genshin was immersive because it was the first open world gacha game, which wasn't different than any other gacha games. It doesn't matter that it's gacha. He even said it himself. It doesn't matter that it's gacha. Ultimately, what matters is it a game that's immersive enough and captivating enough where you can just sit there and play for hours because it's so fucking good. Just like Genshin was day one. Ice. What's it's not stopping. What the fuck am I saying? I called in sick to my job when I discovered Genshin. I called in sick. I was like, yeah, I can't come today because I wanted to keep playing Genshin. That's how good it was. Because I needed it so bad. Like it came at a time where there was a void in my heart after The Witcher 3. I needed a game like that. I literally called in sick just so I can keep playing Genshin for 2 days.
Now we can move forward with like the
And guess what? I didn't move my ass off my chair. Like you know when you get up and you can feel your ass being numb because you sat down too long? You know that? So when you sit down for too long, your ass is fucking numb. Your cheeks, you can't feel them bitches no more. That's how much I sat down when I discovered Genshin. Bro, my ass cheeks were numb as fuck. You would think I was taking a clapping.
Yeah, real quick, right? Because I know it seems like I'm bashing on Wuthering. I am, but not like the game itself. I'm mostly bashing on the community because I don't want this to be taken like as a fucking I hate Wuthering. I don't. I like Wuthering.
You're just done with the community.
The thought that when I said I like Zenless because 1, 2, 3, and then people heard, oh, so you hate Wuthering. That's not what I said. I didn't say anywhere close to that. Yeah, but you didn't say you love Wuthering more than Zenless, so you hate it. That's not what I said. I like both games, and we should all be mature enough. You can like multiple games. I can say the flaws in both games. Well,
Yeah.
You're not bashing Zenless. You're only talking positively. You're only praising Zenless because Zenless does a lot of good that I like. So I'm going to praise it. The criticism that I have for Zenless is being compiled in a list so that I can send it to Zenless' survey team, and then I'll make a video with all my criticisms on what I feel like should change going into at least 1.2.
Okay.
I will not participate, just like I didn't do it with Wuthering. I'm not going to participate in bashing a game as soon as it comes out because it's the hot thing to do. I'm not going to give my opinion
That's smart.
on the game.
Hate training.
in a
Smart.
fully
That was a
in-depth way.
huge thing when ZZZ first came
This
out.
is my final verdict on the
Even
game.
Wuwa.
And it just came out.
And I feel like
really
it's something it's going to
The
continue to
shit
be
y'all
here.
say for shock factor, you don't need to. Anyhow, moving forward, Wuthering's combat is great. It's not perfect. I don't think there's a perfect gacha game with combat in it. Wuthering Waves is not a perfect game for combat. There are issues with Wuthering Waves combat, just like there are issues with Zenless's. You said I would agree that it's better than Zenless? No. Nope. Nope. And I can prove it. Especially after getting back on Wuthering today, it's not better. They're both satisfying in their own rights, and they both have positives to their game. And they also have negatives to their game. But it is not the best. Wuthering has some amazing aspects in the combat system to it.
I don't know. I feel like Wuwa is way better. My nuts. ZZZ is good and all, but Wuwa, I mean, at least I can fucking jump and do the fucking Spider-Man thing and then jump down on their ass. I don't know. Wuwa's better. Yeah, we have monsters that can one-shot your ass. How can you prove something subjective like combat experience? Smart. That's TGV. Hey, nice catch. Smart.
But it's not the best. The reason I say it's not the best is simply because of the fact that while, yes, I can do my parries and I can do my basic attacks into a parry and the enemies feel much more alive, they feel aggro, they feel like they're monsters, they really want to kill me, right? I love that shit. I love things that are like Souls-born games. The game is trying to punish you. I love that shit. Wonderful. Keep that in the game. Actually amp it up. Amp it the fuck up. I want Wuthering to be my Dark Souls. Make enemies that feel like they are watching my finger movements.
They can't. They can't, because it goes against what these games are all about, which is a video I want to make. It goes against what these games are all fucking about. It's never gonna happen. These games are not meant to be rage-inducing. That's never gonna happen.
Fuck it. Make the AI. You guys remember when you used to play games like early 2000s, 90s? And you always say like, man, the computer's cheating. The computer's cheating. It's reading my inputs. Make the game read my inputs. Give me an enemy that reads my fucking. When I feel like I'm mashing dodge and he knows it, oh yeah, you gonna dodge.
No, you can say that in League, shit like that. Oh, Riot is pairing me with bad people. Oh, my team always sucks. How the fuck did he know I was gonna do that? Bro is reading me like a paper bag or something. I don't know. You can say that in those types of games, but in gacha games, no, you can't, because it's not what they're all about.
Right here, bro. I'm about to clap your shit. I want that. Put it in the game. Put it in the game. Do it. I want it. That's how difficult I want Wuthering Waves to be my difficult game. Now, that doesn't make the combat better. I said it before and I'll say it again. Wuthering has great combat.
His hologram
concepts
reaches a certain percentage,
that are
no?
useless.
What do you mean by that? What percentage?
Juggling the enemy in Wuthering Waves serves me no purpose outside of
Didn't Pokey blindfold ZZZ endgame bosses or some shit by just spamming basic attack? Oh, fuck. I forgot. I've seen that in Tectone stream. He did. He did.
of the way the game's end game is set up. The way the game's end game is set up in Wuthering is either MOC or Tower of Adversity, TOA, where you have a couple of mobs, maybe, and then 1 to 2 elites. And then the second floor is like this big ass boss, right? Or hologram fights, which have no mobs, one big ass boss, and you need to fight the mechanics of that boss, right? Cool. Those are cool. Styling on any of those is punished, not rewarded, which is what I said in my video.
The fuck is styling? Showing off moves? Is killing the enemy with style. Oh, I like that. Because the check is useless, it is that simple. Styling equals doing cool shit. Oh, I love styling. That's how I like to play. Insist on style. This is not DMC where style points exist. I don't give a shit. It's for me. It's for my own personal satisfaction. Why styling matters? In ZZZ, when you finish the battle, your character literally poses. It's like you literally pose. Styling is very important. Type 1 if you care about styling. Type 2 if you don't care about styling. Even in games that don't, quote unquote, encourage styling. But yet they have characters doing poses and shit. Like when a character sheathes his weapon. So you got D-Look, he goes, puts his sword in the damn ground. It's like, fuck yeah, this is your tombstone now, bitch.
On the podcast and in my tweet and in my own video, I said that it's cool. I like looking at it.
He's not talking
but
about that. He's talking about the juggling and shit as styling.
The fuck? Why would juggling and shit be styling?
I don't want to be punished for styling on whatever the fuck it is that I choose to do. If I were to juggle enemies in Wuthering, and I know.
So whoa. So his styling is when you do intricate tech shit. Is that it? Because styling to us is obviously different to what the fuck he's saying right now. Is that what he's saying? Because I just want to confirm that's what he's saying. So that's what he's saying. Well, that's not styling, is it? Well, that's not styling, because if styling is doing cool shit, it means I want to pose and do dynamic stuff, like animations and stuff like that.
I know this because I spent a week trying to figure out like how to perfect it. I can juggle any mob in.
Well, I thought that was a waste of time. I thought this game doesn't respect your time, man. What happened? Did you say it was a waste of time, man?
Wuthering Waves, and especially with Gian, I can juggle any mob. I can lift them off the ground. I can air combo them. I can DMC style in Wuthering Waves. That shit is tight. I love it. Then the game decides, I've been getting juggled too many times. I would like to leave the crowd control. Thank you very much. I'm out. And they leave. Zero reason that I should be able to crowd control an enemy, and then the enemy decides, I don't want to do this no more. Hey, bro, you had me in a tornado a little too long. 0.5 seconds too long. I don't want that. Let me get out of here, bro. I don't want to do that no more. And to make it worse, I'm not gonna like fall out, right? Like, oh yeah, my combo, because you guys are saying combo limit, and I know combo limit because FGC has that concept too, right? You cannot juggle enemies for too long. You're absolutely right. Guess what fighting games don't do? In the combo limit, let's take Skullgirls for instance. When the combo limit happens, fall down.
Yeah.
You've hit your combo limit, you fuck up the combo, fall down, you fall. You don't bounce back to what is considered neutral. We call it neutral in the game. You're not gonna bounce back to neutral because the combo limit happened, right?
Yeah.
If I'm juggling somebody in Tekken, they don't bounce 50 feet back. Damn, bro, you dropped the combo. All right, I'm a fly backwards, fully ready to go, on my feet and everything. No recovery time, no hard knockdown, no soft knockdown.
Yeah, because it allows you as a player. I agree with him here. As a player, after the enemy is down, it allows you to
Juggling
like
is a waste
take a little
of time,
breather. Even that
especially
second
they're
is
gonna
important.
be-
They're gonna keep selling new shit, which is a fair point to say, as in it goes with what they're trying to do, which is sell you these pixels. So in a way, I think you hit the nail on the head there, Injuji. I think you did. Like in the sense of ultimately they don't want you to keep doing cool shit because they will want to release some character where you can spend money on to be able to do that cool shit.
I'm ready to go, full swing. You still swinging in the air? It's my turn, bitch. That's how Wuthering Waves is. Perfect example of that is literally, and I don't know the girl's name, the one she floats and she puts shield on everybody and she can shoot these orbs at you, and then she has the team with the fucking gunners, right? If she jumps out, they jump out. If they've been in a little too long, she pulls them out. And the worst part is, if you don't put her in CC with the other girls, guess what she does? My daughters are being crowd controlled. I will provide shields. They get shields and then they fly the fuck out. Done. No, I'm not talking about Skullgirls anymore. I'm talking about Wuthering Waves now. I'm talking about Wuthering Waves, guys. I'm talking about the enemies in Wuthering Waves, not Skullgirls.
What mobs are these? There's bitches that put shields? Is that the wolf? So female exiles put shields. What's the problem? Because you can't juggle, that's a no-no now?
Wants the game to be like Dark Souls, but he complains that the shield girl in the tower negates his CC.
That is pretty weird. That is pretty contradictory. Oh, I can't enjoy her company because she ain't fucking. That's literally it. Like, yeah, she's still a cool person to hang out with, bro. It's not all about, getting that ass. You can always, she's a fucking person that's actually interesting. Yeah, you could always do that. Nah, I ain't getting no pussy out of her. Get the fuck out of my life.
Not Skullgirls, the enemies in Wuthering Waves. They'll fly out. She gives them shields, and then the shield stops the CC. And then hey man, I won't be in CC no more. They fly all the way to the other side of the map. They land on their feet, and they are immediately in prone position to shoot you with the laser. It's fucking stupid. It's the worst enemy design I've ever experienced in any game whatsoever. I've never experienced something as dumb as that. It's fucking stupid. And there's so many more of those in the game that don't need to be there. So when you guys are complaining, I saw the complaints too. Hey man, it feels like if you don't have Jianshin, Tower of Adversity is so hard. It feels like she's a must pull now. Why do y'all think that is? Because she has the fucking Tai Chi orb that sucks everybody in, but it's like CC, but it's not enough CC to lift them off the ground. So it's just pulling them in, and then if they get too close,
Yeah.
they get lifted off the ground. Now I get my combo, right? Now I get my reward. I need multiple copies of an S rank character, right? To get whatever crowd control this is. No, I should, whatever crowd control I have, make that
No, that's a gotcha game. Yes. No.
A thing that annoys
They
me
want
in
you to
his
buy
argument.
that bitch.
Says-
What? I'm
Said
confused.
he wanted this game to be Dark Souls level of difficulty, but is now crying that the enemies don't just lay down and let him do whatever he wants.
That is contradictory. That is a good point. Yes, a new unit is supposed to outclass and outshine older units in their abilities and what they enable you to do. Yeah. And plus, Jinxie is supposed to be like an Archon type character. Like, she's very important to the lore and shit. I mean, look at 1.2. We don't even know who them people are. So, fuck yeah, she's going to be that powerful. And other characters won't be as powerful. Can't we just mass report this? Yo, Zenny, calm the fuck down. Zenny, we're talking about a video game, man. We're talking about a video game. No, calm down, Zenny. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down, Zenny. Calm down. Fuck. Man, Zenny going crazy out here, man. Like I said at the start of the video, disclaimer, keep in mind this is criticism towards a video game, okay? Keep that in mind.
bitch crowd control. Do we have freeze in the game? Not really. It don't really work like that. That's crazy. We got a nice character, no freeze. But yeah, nice character, no freeze. The combat is great. The game, this is, like I said, this
That
is
is weird, actually. Where the fuck is freeze? I mean, we don't have technically any reaction. It doesn't matter. It's just a bunch of colors.
I meant when I explained it, and like idiots on Twitter didn't get it. It punishes you for trying to style on the enemy. There's no point for me to I stopped doing it. There's no point for me to play the game with style. To stylize combos, to do juggles. It's only cool. That's literally the training move. They're calling people like, oh yeah, man, Zenless, they don't fight back. It's just basically a fucking training dummy. You're practicing on a training dummy. Wuthering, I'm practicing on a training dummy.
So it's the same thing, as in they're both gotcha games that do the same shit. What's the point?
There's Wuthering, I don't even need to practice combos. I had to admit defeat when it came to Wuthering. I don't like doing that. Wuthering, there's no purpose for the advanced combos that I would have came up with.
Yeah. These gotcha games aren't supposed to be sweaty. If you be sweaty, that's for your own enjoyment. That's it. If it doesn't allow you to be sweaty, if that's your point, then don't be sweaty. Play the game as intended. Well, I can't play the game as intended. Then it is a good choice for you to leave. What's the problem? What's the problem? Because you can't call out a gotcha game about this because they're not intended to do so in the first place. You're putting them in a pedestal they're not in.
Smash, basic attack, do skill, intro, outro. Smash, basic attack, do skill, intro, outro. Smash, basic attack,
and
ult,
dodge.
skill,
Be
intro,
careful what
outro.
the enemy
Go
does.
back into DPS, do fucking ult. So cool. Kawaii Desune. I had a great time. So awesome. Now see, AJ, now we get into the argument. Why?
Fun fact, I can say the same about you being sweaty. Oh, wow, you did all this shit. Look at how much pussy and panties are coming down. Oh, no. Oh, man, look at us drowning in pussy juices. Jesus Christ. Can these hoes stop being wet for a second after seeing your incredible combos? Oh, wow. Hey, man, when I go to the club, I really need you to be there with your controller with you, man. I need you to get all this pussy from me, man. I want to go out with you and go, oh, man, I wish these hoes would back up off me, right? That's how bad your combos are. Like, I can say the same shit. We can all say the same shit. Like, bro, what is this?
When I do combos, when I can mash in Zenless, the same argument can be made. Now, hear exactly what I said at the beginning of that argument.
Isn't the fighting game meta also just a series of moves you do in a step-by-step matter, just like the rotation?
Yeah, it's just more complicated. Yeah, it's just more complicated, but ultimately it is the same formula.
Wuthering punishes you for stylizing. Zenless does not. The amount of people that keep saying this dumbass shit, not you, AJ, are fucking stupid. The people that are telling you that you can mash your account level 32, get on the game right now. Pop it right now. Go into Shiyu defense and do exactly what Rihu did. I will even open the call. I want you to blindfold yourself, and I want you to mash, square, and dodge. I want you to just mash it in Shiyu defense. The highest floor you can get to. The highest.
Well, you shouldn't have. Look, you could have gotten away with this if Asians didn't exist. If Asian people didn't exist, you could have gotten away with this one. But unfortunately for you, Asia exists. And more specifically, Asian people exist. And when an Asian content creator is going to see their shit.
BTW, he said woo.
Did I hear Asian? Yeah. I feel like, wait, doesn't Korea always win? I feel like Asians are the best gamers. Am I crazy? Yeah, I feel like Asia just conquers. Depends on the game. Well, I hear of League. That's typically what you hear. League, Valorant, Overwatch, shit like that. It's typically always Asia. You should have seen Evo this weekend. Asians were in finals for a lot of games, but most winners were US and Arab. Well, I'm saying, like, you'll notice Asian dominates. Like, Asians, they just dominate. Like, they're just, you can't beat them in game. Like, if I'm going to bet money in a race that's going to win at a fighting tournament, I'm going Asia all the way. Those guys are incredible. I don't know if it's in the blood or in the water or in the rice. Look, chat. Calm down. Look, is this okay? But, you know,
It's all in the rice.
It's all in the rice. Okay. Sounds racist.
I want you to mash just to prove the point. Not no Shiyu defense floor 1 either. 32, what Sarah, what Shiyu defense should he be at level 32? He should be at floor 7, right? Around level 32? Floor 6? We gonna need you to get to 7, big dog. We gonna need you to get to 7. I want to see 7 because 7's not even in game, nowhere close to in game. But that's where the double team start. I want to see 7. That's how that works. You cannot mash in Zenless. Your mashing is in story mode. People are mashing in chapter 0.
Wow, that was quickly debunked by Mr. Pokey.
Prologue 1. Of course, you can mash in story mode. Of course, you can mash in chapter 1, where nothing is trying to kill you, where the game is still trying to teach you how to be a game. We're in month 1 of the game, and people are expecting Dark Souls 1 final boss. For what? What do I need that for? Why do I?
I totally agree with the start of the game that, yeah, I had the similar sentiment. It's like you can't expect hardcore shit at the start of the game. But now that we're at the end of the game and people are starting to give their feedback about the end of the game, I think we can safely assume that the game is, okay. It's not like, it's nothing crazy.
You know,
Because
we
Mr.
haven't even had a
Is
whole
an Asian,
week
that's
of the
why
game.
XD.
That's why I made that
And
joke.
we're just sitting, yeah, man. You know what? I think I need a Dark Souls enemy in the game.
Io is a gacha game content creator, most known for his coverage on Honkai Star Rail, Wuthering Waves, and now Zenless Zone Zero. Recently, he's been catching a lot of flack for this video, which unfortunately we cannot review on its own because he paywalled it and
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. We dodged the paywall, bitch.
restricted it to members only. Now, I don't blame him. Apparently, he was being bombarded by a lot of hate comments, and unfortunately, a lot of that hate came with a side of racism, which of course, that absolutely sucks. But I'm sure what you're wondering is, why is he receiving all of this hate?
Wait, actually, how did you access it? I think he moved it from members only to unlisted, but keep it between us.
We're going to use clips, and I'll do my best to summarize his points. In Io's video, he talks about an unnecessary war between
To be fair, Pokey was almost level 40. Pokey even said that he was blindfolded, that, he was overleveled. Okay, what do we need to compare it with fighting games? I have no idea, man, because I think he's a fighting game connoisseur. I just had the craziest giga nuclear conspiracy theory. What if he's doing all this, gaming stuff, etc., like as in fighting game stuff, fighting game expertise, etc., to switch the conversation about these games from casual type shit to his forte, which is genius if you think about it. He ain't that smart enough for that. Okay, Magius, you're just being mean right now. Come on, man. Calm down, Magius. Calm down. Io is not really good at fighting games. It's not his forte. Wait, isn't he coaching and shit? Isn't he good? How do you look at this clip and ZZZ is better? You guys are jerks. You guys are true jerks. I'll admit. Yo, chat, can we agree that you guys are jerks? Type 1 if you think you're being a little bit of a dickhead. Type 2 if you're like, nah, bro, he deserves it. Come on now. What did he even do? What the fuck did he even do? Yeah, there you go. Hey, I love it when you guys are honest. I really love it when you guys are honest and be like, yeah, yeah, man. I just want to have fun, man. I don't give a shit.
Wuthering Waves and the Zenless Zone Zero communities. Wuthering Waves is seen as a more hardcore, Soulsborne game baptized by Mr. Miyazaki himself, and Zenless Zone Zero is seen as an old Fisher-Price hand-me-down in terms of difficulty. And so what that means is you have a lot of Wuthering Waves commenters dogging but to anyone actually paying attention to what Io was saying, it's clear that he is just using this video as a means to vent out his frustrations and grievances against both the Wuthering Waves community as well as his own. At the same time, he props himself up as this sort of peak content creator that has passion for his craft, and that the Wuthering Waves community's problem is that they don't have him. Io is known by his circle of content creators and their fan bases as Bad Take Io, which honestly is a little mean, but after looking into
especially as a creator, you are a brand that people can do whatever the fuck they want with you. That's how it works. The moment you put yourself online, you gotta be ready for that. And that's it. That's the way it is. That's why a lot of creators like to make fun of themselves, as in means to for comedy. But it's also, there's a underlying thing there, which is, they make fun. They do that because they know people are going to do that anyway. So might as well get used to it or do it myself. It's like, when someone calls you names, the best way to counter someone calling you names is to not take offense to it, and slowly but surely it dissipates. That's the only way to counter people calling you names you don't like. That's like middle school 101.
I think one thing that is very clear is that Io has a huge ego and has been holding this over others for a while now. In his video, Io talks about another video he made. Broken New Tech is what is shown in the thumbnail. And in that video, he showcases a lot of cool tech for Wuthering Waves.
Like we always bully you, Gramps 4-star smack.
For example, there you go. For example, mine aren't going away for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm too handsome. That some things gotta stick with me. But yeah, like the only way you can do is like, yeah, I'm a 4-star smack. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm a grandpa. That shit never dissipated. It's been a year or so. I'm still a grandpa. That shit never disappeared. That's it. Give up.
You saw how many times I canceled 4 different launchers. Guys, this is very important. I know this is like, some of y'all are gonna be like, bro, this doesn't matter. I can just mash square. John wants to use his ultimate anyway. There's a very key thing that I want y'all to understand, that it's easy for fighting game players to understand this. It's very difficult for gacha game players to understand and accept this. I just told you guys, it's basically square, hold square.
Then don't force it and make it feel like we're trash and we're bad and we're playing different and we're like just kawaii and stuff like that. We're like, oh, we're just these cute little babies for playing the fucking game as it was fucking intended.
And then jump. You hear the clunk? You hear the clunk? As soon as I hear the clunk, boom. Now that you know this is called kara canceling. Now I can take kara canceling to the next stage. Now I can implement
all these words and stuff.
Is where you hold an input, you do something else, and then you basically release the punch button, right, that you were holding onto the whole time. So
Kara canceling.
Immediately. Frame 1, you're gonna get
fucking what else was that? Something edging.
Dion is still, he performs the full thrust into launch.
Now, there are
That's
two
what she said,
gigantic
man. That's
problems
what she
in that
said.
video. One, the tech he shows is incredibly limited in its actual utility. Wuthering Waves is a game.
That's what she said, Chad. She got that full thrust in, man. She took all that thrust.
Similar to Zenless Zone Zero, the objective of many endgame stages either involves destroying a boss or destroying an elite with a few mobs. The tech he displays involves juggling, which can only be done against the low-level mobs, not elites or the bosses. And on top of this, Wuthering Waves apparently has a combo limit mechanic, which prevents the mobs from being juggled after a certain amount of time.
Which
and
is
the
fair.
other huge problem is that he is forcing a lot of confusing fighting game jargon onto the gacha game community.
I didn't even, we had the same thoughts because that's literally how it comes off as. And especially if you see the previous video that we've seen, that's literally what it is. And like I said, with my conspiracy tinfoil hat, is you're trying to spin these games from a casual to a fucking, like a fighting based type shit where you excel at, but according to chat and some people that are in the fighting game space, they're like, we never heard of you. So maybe because you have more understanding there and that's your forte, you can do more, which is smart. But don't go be condescending towards the already existing community. I mean, we're not stupid.
What
In
is
this
negative
video,
edge
the
Kara cancel, bro? I just play the game for fun, like, bro, what are this game?
Exactly. And the whole point is, I mean, bro, just play the game as intended. And if I wanted to play a more hardcore game, I'd play Mortal Kombat. I'll play competitive Mortal Kombat. I'll play Street Fighter, competitive, Tekken, competitive, etc., etc. I'll play competitive shit that is intended for that type of playstyle. I play gacha games because I was tired of getting frustrated by sometimes me losing unfairly or something like that. I would get mad at myself, and I found myself getting very frustrated, especially Overwatch was the finisher. In team-based games, when it's competitive and things are beyond your control where your teammates just suck, bro, that's it. I found myself raging my lungs out. And I was like, bro, I was literally laughing at the people that do this behavior on the internet. That's one of my favorite pastime. Rage videos are my favorite pastime. I miss those, actually. I haven't watched those in months. I was the guy. I was the guy in the videos that I would laugh at. I was like, okay, yeah, this shit should go. I switched to Witcher 3. I switched to Metal Gear Solid 5. I spammed the shit out of those until Genshin came out and went from there.